Hey crypto friends, checking in on the action. We finally have some break in the bear attack, and we had a triple bottom that broke bearish and then instantly led to bulls buying the dip. So here on the 4-hour time frame, we had this support of 3,481. We held it again, and it actually was support back here as well. So 3481 was a triple low of support. We broke down below it, and the bulls instantly started buying this dip. So it was a bit of a fake out. If we look on the 5-minute time frame, it was one 5-minute bear candle, and then the bulls put on the pressure. And at this point, we still have a 15-minute uptrend on this bull move, and it's a bit of an equilibrium. If we lose the 15-minute higher low pattern, if by the end of this video or shortly after, if we break 35.77, we zoom out to the hourly chart and we look for healthy hourly consolidation, because the bulls have had complete control since that dip, and we have not seen any hourly consolidation at this point. Hourly exponential moving averages are support. The 4-hour time frame trying to turn exponential moving averages into support here as well. And now we zoom out to the daily and say, all right, we broke support. The bulls instantly bought that dip. That's the most bullish action and follow through that we've seen in a few days. Can the bulls break the lower high pattern? We had a top at 4,115. We pulled back. We set a lower high at 37.66. We pulled back. Anything under 37.66 is just a daily lower high. So the most important pattern, or the most important resistance level, is that for me. If we look at the weekly chart, again, the bulls can still form a weekly higher low, and then a bull break of 42.39 would change the weekly trend with a higher low and a higher high. It's still a possibility, but step number one, we have to break 37.66 for the bulls to prove themselves. If we bounce here and then top out at 3,700 and then just fade back, that's the bulls not really proving anything. So a nice shift in momentum as far as the bulls defending support, but not only did they defend support, they got the follow through after that defense to see the highest price that we've seen in a couple days at this point. So nice sign for the bulls. Now we need proof on the real time frames, and I call them the real time frames right now because anything under the daily and weekly time frame, in my opinion, has been subject to a whole lot of wild action recently that hasn't really made trading easy. So altcoins have had some better luck of things as Bitcoin has been trading bearish the past couple weeks. But as far as the major names go, need to see clear daily resistance breaks in order to give increased odds that the weekly chart could break and change that trend to a higher high. It is a possibility, so we need to be watching that daily level. ETH/USD on the daily chart, bear break of 113.50, stops triggered, bulls instantly buy that dip. Hourly time frame here as well, consolidation has not started yet. Look how tight we are. 4 hourly inside bars in a row. So you look at that on the 15-minute and the 5-minute, we're pretty much trading sideways since that break. And right now, if we were using hourly inside bars, a break of 117.73 would indicate hourly consolidation is coming, and a break of 118.70 would indicate continuation. We already had an inside bar break bullish. Now we're going to wait patiently for these inside bars to give us a clear break, and they're probably going to break in the direction that Bitcoin breaks as well. Litecoin on the daily chart, 29.51 with the bear break, but just barely. We only broke that by 10 cents. Actually, let's go back to Ethereum for a second. So the daily level that Ethereum needs to break, there's two levels here, 126.30 and 132.38. Clear daily lower highs as long as those levels stand. Anything under 126.30 is just a lower high. That's currently about 6 to 7% from where we stand. Litecoin, daily just barely broke support. Key resistance is 33.15, the highest price that we saw on this bounce attempt. And on the hourly time frame, still holding on as well. Little bit of consolidation there at 31.21. Already built a little base of support, which Bitcoin and Ethereum have not really done yet without much consolidation out of those names. So overall, out of these three, we have everybody very similar. Litecoin and Bitcoin have one daily resistance level to be watching, and Ethereum has 2 daily resistance levels to be watching. And again, it's prove it time for the bulls. They need to break those levels in order to prove it to us. XRP continues to show some weakness comparative to those names, but same setup where we broke support, the bulls bought the dip, and it's all about 35. Have to break 35 to break the daily lower high on XRP. And from where we stand right now, that is about, again, 8 or 9% to get to that resistance level. So bulls defended support. They saw some follow through short term, need to prove it on the daily chart. TRX, this is an example. Last time we talked about XRP and TRX, and my trading style with stocks and pretty much everything that I trade is to play the strong names bullish and play the weak names bearish. So we had XRP as one of the weaker names. The bears got follow through and was highlighting how if Bitcoin were to break bullish, we would want to look at TRX. But TRX is performing really well for these bulls regardless of what Bitcoin is doing. So we had our high, low of the pullback, lower high, higher low, and today we have an increasing bull volume bull break by getting over 2619, and now there's a lack of resistance. 2752 is the next level, and then there's even less resistance after that. So bulls are looking pretty good on TRX USDT. Very clear daily higher lows to be watching, and positioned very well. If the Bitcoin and major cryptocurrency names can get more follow through on this bounce, TRX USDT is positioned really well to benefit from it. You can see the bear break here. When we saw it on Bitcoin, we saw a pullback here as well, but hardly even broke hourly support before the bulls just showed up for continuation. So this is one of the stronger names on the daily chart that you're going to find out of the bigger names, or I should say out of altcoins. And on BNB, it's another one that's holding up really well. This is a daily bull flag at this point with 624 as the most important short-term support. It's a triple low 3 out of the last 4 days, pretty much 4 days in a row. We've held that support level. Now the bulls need to break the lower highs. And here on the hourly, 650, 652, 649, 650, 652, very clear resistances. Break 652, and the bulls are going to be making their way to try and confirm a breakout. And after 652 is 664 and then 685. Bottom line is this is extremely healthy consolidation, and the daily chart is positioned very well, similar to TRX, where if Bitcoin bulls are to show up in the next couple of days and try and test their lower high resistances, both of these names should perform well. And again, Bitcoin, or I should say Binance, on the weekly time frame, testing this exponential resistance right now, almost a step ahead of other weekly charts, which are not testing exponential resistance yet, but will be on watch if the bulls are able to string together some bullish action on the daily time frame. So bottom line is bulls defended support well. We have to see follow through on the daily time frame. Otherwise, it's just a lower high. If we get the follow through, names like TRX and BNB are positioned very well on their daily charts to respond to that bullish correlation with Bitcoin. Ethereum, Litecoin, and XRP are all very similar to Bitcoin with some slight differences. And it's time for the bulls to put up or shut up. We need a couple green days in a row. We need to break the daily lower highs. If we do, that's going to make the weekly charts a whole lot more interesting as we head into February. I appreciate you watching. I hope you do good things out there and hope you have a great week.